What is going on, everybody? My Sur Ron is here. It's all assembled, and I just wanted to give you guys some tips and tricks, and to let you know what it's going to be like when your Sur Ron gets delivered. So first off, obviously this is a big thing. These don't come with normal FedEx; they come FedEx Freight. Now, I've ordered mountain bikes. I ordered a mountain bike online before, and that came normal FedEx. It's a small box. This has to come freight because of how much it weighs, even though it's not much bigger than a normal mountain bike. So I'm just going to show you the box here that it comes in, which mine's all broken down over here. But this is the box. This is the bigger piece. Obviously, it's a little bit folded up. The pallet part's over there. So it's not super big, but it does come FedEx Freight. And what it means, because it comes FedEx Freight, is that it doesn't come on a normal FedEx truck. It comes on a box truck. If you live in certain areas, they may not be willing to deliver it to you. So keep that in mind. If you are trying to get this delivered to a residential address, I live in Vermont. My driveway is extremely steep. The FedEx trucks, the standard ones, will make it up, but the box truck that they came in would not. So I had to go down there, bring a trailer down, put it on the trailer, and then bring it up here. It might fit in the back of an SUV, but I didn't give that a shot. So it comes with liftgate service, so it's easy to get out. I mean, not that it weighs that much. The whole thing maybe weighs, 150 pounds is what it said on the FedEx tracking thing, so maybe. And I have the dirt bike in the back is a CRF 230, a little bit smaller than 250s. Generally considered to be like a women's trail bike. It's for my little brother. So this is a little bit. So to give you a size comparison, the Sur Ron height-wise for the seat height is about the same as a CRF 230. I haven't measured this exactly to see how tall it is, but it's not the same height as, say, if you've ridden a Honda XR 250, it's considerably smaller than that. I am roughly 6 foot, and I can stand over this, both feet flat on the ground. So there's that. So that's as far as delivery goes. Pretty easy, simple process. Yeah, so when you get it out of the box, the wheel is not on, this fender is not on, the handlebars are not on, the light is not on, and the throttle and brake for this side are not going to be on. Now, depending on which fork you get is going to depend on your assembly for your wheel/thing combo. I believe now most of them are going to come with KKE forks, from what I understand, which that's what this is. So we're going to talk about how you assemble that in a little bit. The big things to note with the handlebars is that this has the electronic throttle, not a cable throttle anymore, and you need to put this on before you put the bars on. If you put the bars into this and then try to put this on, the wire is not long enough, and you can rip the wire out of the throttle. It does say this in the instructions and everything, so this isn't anything new, but it is something to note that you need to be aware of. This doesn't matter as much because the clamp is a two-piece clamp design. The other side, it comes all on, so not a big deal there. The light's not attached, not a big deal. This may look like it's upside down because the bolts are visible. If you put it the other way around, the wire doesn't clear the bracket, so it has to go this way. So this is the important thing that I wanted to show you guys, and let me just pull this out a little bit, so I can show you. When you're taking the stuff off of this, obviously it's going to be wrapped and everything in packaging stuff. There are two pieces that you need for this front wheel, and if you don't find them or you misplace them, you won't be able to put this wheel on. So first off, when you get it in here, obviously the wheel isn't in. These are the axle caps. These are in, and there's an axle rod that goes through, and that'll be in a piece of wood. To take these off, they are both counterclockwise. On previous forks, one would be counterclockwise and one clockwise. These are going to be both counterclockwise on these. So you take those out. My rod was still stuck in there, so I threaded one in a little bit and tapped it to get it to free up, and then I had a friend lift up on the handlebars to lower the weight. But if you look in here, right here, this little piece right here is going to be in packaging somewhere on the bike. Mine was hanging off the right side of the bike, and those are spacers. So there's one for that side and one for the other side. If you lose those, this wheel will not fit on this bike. You need those spacers. I don't know why they don't just use a wider hub. Probably because the rotor wouldn't line up or something. I mean, I guess it has to have those spacers in, but I don't know why they're not just like built into the hub itself. Getting those installed on the wheel, first off, the only thing that holds them on is a little O-ring, and it doesn't hold it on very well, so they like to fall off. It's a pain in the ass. It's definitely a two-person job. You gotta get both of those things on there. The fork stanchions can rotate left or right. These end pieces here can rotate, so these don't always want to line up. It's definitely helpful if you have two guys. Once you get that in there, you'll tighten these end caps in to kind of line it up, and then there's two bolts on the bottom you have to tighten in. When you go to remove this, make sure you loosen these two, because these were tight on mine, and the rod wouldn't have slid out if I didn't loosen those. Finally, the only one other major thing that I would make sure that you check is your chain tension. So on this bike, obviously it varies bike to bike, and they say that they check them. But on this bike, you're going to see that is a loose chain. It does not need to be that loose. The way this is set up is that the chain is right, I don't know if you can see that. The chain right here is right at the pivot. So this chain tension doesn't change as you cycle through the suspension. It stays exactly the same. So you need to make sure that you really check that and get that set up. I'm going to leave it as is for a little while because I'm not super duper worried about it right now. But yeah, so yeah, that's it. The only other thing is that your battery is going to come in at about 66% charge. You want to charge it fully all the way. And even once it says 100%, keep letting it run until the charger stops running, because it's actually going to balance the cells for you at the same time. And then you need to go ride it, and you need to run that battery down to like at least 80%, but anywhere under 80 is pretty good. Anyways, if you guys have any questions about what it was like to get it delivered, or anything like that, let me know. The one other thing I have to say about the delivery is that they call you and set up a day for that. So the time that it says on your like FedEx thing where it goes, oh, it'll be there on the 17th, they called me on the 16th and told me that they couldn't deliver on the 17th, they'd make it on the 18th. Now that's because I live in the middle of nowhere, but they may or may not actually deliver it on that day. And you can also schedule it so that you'll actually be home so that you're ready to take it. They will just drop it off and not, they will drop it off with nobody there, but I wouldn't really recommend it, obviously. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Hopefully we're going to get some riding footage of this. It's really cold out there, so I don't know when I'm going to actually ride it, but that's all I got for you guys today. Have a great day.